What's up, guys, and welcome back to Code Realize, Guardian of Rebirth. Now, last time we left off, she was showing us the crystal that was embedded in her chest. And if you haven't seen that episode, I highly recommend to go back and watch that episode. I'm turning the engine on. Oh, it looks like he got it working. Steam engine. The machine roars to life and spews another cloud around us.
Well,
is she leaking steam again? Come on, darling, you can do it. What can I say? There are lots of strange people in the world. After this rough start, the automobile runs smoothly for a while as we ride. As we go along, Lupin explains to Impei our situation and what had happened to us. So if I'm hearing this right, Lupin, then you've set yourself up as the hero to this poor soul. I'm so jealous. Trade with me, man. Is that all you heard from this? There was a lot more that you should have been surprised by. Hang on, guys, I'll be right back. My controller is dying. The conversation between Lupin and Impei always seemed to go this way. I could tell that they got along quite well. From time to time, the car screeches and releases a cloud of steam. It seems that the machine runs on steam power. The books in the mansion describe steam engines, and the diagrams of them always included a way to vent waste steam. But this automobile doesn't have one. As Impei explained, the Neo steam engine invented by my father allows that engine to be stored without releasing it. That meant the engines could keep steam without the tedious task of constantly stoking a fire and burning coals. That's as much as I understood from Impei's description. It all seems frightfully complicated. Still, Impei's endless chatter and Lupin's arguing served to lift my spirits. We passed through the fields, towns, and forests as the automobile runs on and on. Although it lets out some steam from time to time, it never breaks down again. According to Lupin, it's something of a miracle that it runs so smoothly. Impei Talks continues like a river, keeping up a stream of conversation. Lupin chimes in occasionally, but I catch him nodding off once or twice. We drove for a long time, but I was never bored. During the trip, the sun is now high in the sky. We finish lunch and ride for the few more hours. Lupin, who had been staring into the distance from the passenger seat, suddenly stretches. Yeah. It's coming up. What is?
この丘を越えれば気候都市ロンドンのご登場だ。
Once we climb this hill, you'll get your first glimpse of still London. A short while later, just as Lupin said, London appears in all its glory. The city that sprawls ahead of us is nothing short of a metropolis. It's far larger than any city that the books I read spoke of. Larger than I could have imagined. It's amazing. Any words used to describe it fall short.
二重の巨大な壁と壁上にある砲塔の群れで守られる気候都市。それがロンドンだ。
A city of steel protected not only by a great wall, but by a ring of turrets. That's London.
驚いたでしょ。きっと中に入ったらもっと驚くぜ。
Isn't it fantastic, Miss Leah? Even after surprises awaits you inside.
水道設備は整ってるし、至る所にあるガス灯のおかげで
It has fully functioning sewer system, and thanks to the lamps everywhere, it's bright as noon, even in the darkness night.
高専の渓流島なんかも上層領域じゃ森の木みたいにいっぱい立ってんだぜ。
The high-class districts have airships, morning spots everywhere, sticking up from the rooftops like trees in a forest. This is London? How did such a huge city come to exist?
今の姿になったのはイギリス最高権力者ビクトリア女王の指揮あってこそだな。一昔前とは大違いだ。
It wasn't this way until quite recently. It's thanks to Her Majesty Queen Victoria that the city has grown as it has. Don't get us wrong, it started out pretty big, but only 5 short years it's become this massive place it is today.
女王も急ぐ必要があったんだろう。ロンドンを要塞都市として生まれ変わらせることでイギリスの強力な軍事力を誇示したかったんだ。
The Queen was probably in a rush to showcase Britain's power by transforming her capital into a massive fortified city.
イギリスはヨーロッパ各国に敵対視されてる。軍備充実による他国への牽制がなけりゃ今頃イギリス対ヨーロッパで戦争中だよ。
Britain has many enemies on the continent. Taking such an obvious posture like this has likely prevented war across Europe. I continue to look across the great city as I listen to Impey and Lupin.
見てわかる通り、ロンドンは壁によって2つに分かれてんだ。
As you can see, a wall divided the city into 2 regions.
外側のごちゃっとした町やら森やら工場やらがアウターロンドンの地域だな。
Of towns, fortress, and factories outside is known as Outer London.
ロンドンの蒸気エネルギー生成を一手に担う中層街や荒くれ者の多い貧困街。
Midtown is where...
金持ちたちの別荘もあったりする。
Okay, I'm gonna start waiting till they get done talking, then read the text. Anyway, Midtown is where London's steam engine are produced. There are some poor areas, and the rich have vacation homes outside.
で、壁を隔てた都市の中心部がセントラルロンドン。この国の政治機関が集中している場所だ。金持ちや権力者、貴族たちの屋敷は大体ここだな。
Beyond the wall, in the center of the city, is central London. That's where politicians, the rich, the powerful, and the nobles resides.
で、俺たちが住んでるのはグレーターロンドンの森林部。ある貴族の屋敷に間借りしてるような状態だな。
We live in the forest area of Greater London. We're basically borrowing some space from a certain aristocrat. Yeah, aristocrat. An aristocrat.
それは後で紹介する。
I'll introduce you. Wait, pause away. I'll introduce you to him later, Aaliyah. For now, Please wait here with Impei. Lupin turns his back on us and gathers his hat and cloak to leave. What's the matter, Lupin?
ああ、ちょっと偵察に行ってくる。
I'm going to scout the area.
偵察？なんでそんな面倒なことを？
You're going scouting? Whatever for?
仕方ねえだろ。このまま外壁に行ったら検問だ。様子を見てくれ。公にするとも思えねえが、お前を探してるかもしれねえしな。
There are teams of inspectors along the wall. I'm going to check them out. It's possible they are looking for Aaliyah. You can see the wall from here?
覚えておくな。目が良くなきゃ。
Remember this, Aaliyah. It takes good eyes.
目が良くなきゃいい泥棒にはなれない。はいはい。何回言うんだかな、そのセリフ。
To be a good thief, how many times have you trotted that old chestnut out?
気をつけなよ。ルパンは相当な説教好きだから。
Keep an eye on Lupin, Miss Leah. He'll lecture you to death if you let him.
説教はお前がバカばっかするからだろうが。とにかく行ってくる。小1時間程度で戻ると思うが、一応周りには気をつけろよ。
That's because you refuse to stop being stupid. I'll be back in an hour or so. Just stay alert and be careful. Gotcha. See you later. Lupin waves to us and leaves.
やっと二人きりになれた。
Alone at last, Miss Leah. I nod, watching Lupin's receding back, getting smaller in the distance. Alright, we're gonna leave it off here until next time.